Some children don't get to be children. They grow up early, not because they want to, but because they have to. Maybe they were the mature one, the responsible sibling, the emotional support for a parent, the one who didn't cause trouble. From the outside, they looked strong, independent, wise beyond their years. But growing up too fast comes with a hidden cost, and that cost often shows up much later, in adulthood. When a child grows up too fast, it usually means one thing: they learn to suppress their own needs. Psychologists sometimes call this parentification, when a child takes on adult emotional or practical responsibilities before they're ready. Instead of learning how to express feelings, they learn how to manage other people's feelings. Instead of asking for help, they become the helper. Instead of being protected, they become protective. And over time, this rewires how they relate to the world. As adults, these individuals often struggle with something very specific. They struggle to feel safe needing anyone. They are hyper-independent. They handle everything alone. They don't want to burden others. They feel uncomfortable receiving help. Even in relationships, they may take on the strong role, the stable one, the emotionally controlled one. But underneath that strength, there's often exhaustion. Because when you grow up too fast, you don't learn how to rest in someone else's care. You learn how to survive. Another struggle that often appears: chronic guilt. Guilt for relaxing. Guilt for saying no. Guilt for putting themselves first. As a child, their worth may have been tied to usefulness. So as adults, slowing down can feel unsafe. If they're not achieving, fixing, helping, or carrying something, they feel like they're failing, even when nothing is wrong. There's also something more subtle. People who grew up too fast often struggle with play. Not literal toys, but lightness, spontaneity, silliness, letting go. They may feel uncomfortable being vulnerable or carefree, because somewhere in their nervous system, life still feels like a responsibility. And when your nervous system stays in responsible mode for years, it becomes your identity. But here's what's important to understand. Growing up too fast doesn't mean you're broken. It means you adapted, you developed resilience early, emotional intelligence early, awareness early. Those are strengths, but strengths developed in survival mode can become heavy, because survival mode doesn't turn off automatically. It stays on, until you consciously learn something new. Healing for someone who grew up too fast often looks different. It's not about becoming stronger, they're already strong. It's about learning to soften. Learning that needing support doesn't make you weak. Learning that rest is not laziness. Learning that your value isn't tied to how much you carry. And most importantly, learning that you are allowed to have needs, even now. If you relate to this, you might notice certain patterns. You struggle to ask for help. You feel responsible for everyone's emotions. You overwork yourself. You rarely feel fully relaxed. And sometimes you don't even know what you want. Because for years your focus was survival, not self-discovery. But adulthood gives you something childhood didn't: choice. You can choose to unlearn hyper-independence. You can choose to build relationships where support flows both ways. You can choose to stop earning your worth through exhaustion. Growing up too fast shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. If this resonated with you, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means something happened to you. And understanding that difference changes everything, because once you see the pattern, you can begin to rewrite it, slowly, gently, at your own pace. You didn't get the childhood you needed, but you can still build the adulthood you deserve. And that starts with one small shift: allowing yourself to be human. If this felt familiar, don't forget to subscribe for more psychological deep dives. And if you'd like to support the channel and help me continue making these videos, consider becoming a channel member. I genuinely appreciate your support. See you in the next one.